You know, I recently realized something. This series isn't too friendly to newcomers. I mean, when someone clicks on one of these dumb little videos for the first time, they have no idea who I am. So the best way to fix that problem is to make an intro. A good intro introduces all the prominent characters and has a catchy beat. So let's see that intro.
He's gonna whine about some stuff, and he's gonna whine about it some more.
I probably shouldn't have worn green pants.
As time goes on, Ninjago changes more and more, but one thing stays constant. The characters. You may have thought I was just about to introduce intros, but the intro formats have changed so many times. Despite how they change format every few seasons, intros have remained constant with Ninjago. Usually accompanied by a new take on the Weekend Whip, Ninjago intros are honestly pretty bangin', before becoming lame in 2018 and proceeding to stay that way for 4 years. Well, since today is Ninjago's 11th anniversary, why not take a look back at every Ninjago intro? I could just make a compilation of them and upload that for an easy couple 100k to a couple million views, but that's not what we do around here, damn it. I'm gonna explain and express my thoughts on every intro and probably get 13 copy strikes from the fold. The pilots and their respective mini-movies just had a Spinjitzu Vortex swipe the title into existence. It's not bad, but compared to every other intro, I wouldn't hang it on the fridge. The Rise of the Snakes intro was a stone cold classic. Just the glory of the Weekend Whip as we watched the ninja all use their powers in the shot of the team. Absolutely classic. Nothing stands out about this intro, but it's just so iconic. After the ninja got their ZX robes, the intro was updated to have them in their ZX robes. It's basically the same, but now they're in their ZX robes. They just took the pilot suits models and replaced it with ZX models. The first season 2 intro throws Lloyd into the mix in his child form. He just has his own little segment, and for some reason the crown on his mask is blue. That's always bothered me for some reason, but regardless, this is the same intro, but now with some green. The second season 2 intro is almost identical again, but now Lloyd is grown up. It shows him laying out fire, earth, and ice, which I always found neat because his element is all the elements. But once again, his crown and now shoulder armor is blue. Very strange. I thought they'd make a third season 2 intro after the ninja got their kimono robes, but nah, we just jumped into the season 3 intro. It has a technology vibe to it, which is awesome and fits with the tone of Rebooted. For some reason, the Rebooted suits don't have gloves. They were also like that when the ninja first got their suits, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's weird. They also added Garmadon to the intro, which I loved. Could have been more purple, but it's still really cool. Episode 1 of Rebooted also had a unique intro, and the group shot of the whole team, the ninja are in their kimono robes. What I find odd is that earlier in the intro, they're in their Rebooted robes, but hey, it's a kid show, who cares? And the other season 3 intro is the same, but with the Rebooted robes. The Tournament of Elements intro is so nostalgic to me. I love the Anaconda remix whip so much, and the intro is simple, but I still love it so much. Shadow of Ronin isn't canon, but I don't care. It's a great game and has its own intro, and I like it too. It's just pretty cool to me that they just straight up made an all new intro just for the game. Made it feel even more official. Possession's intro is awesome. The Ghost Whip is such a stellar take on the Weekend Whip, and the intro just absolutely blows it out of the park with the atmosphere. The Skybound intro. My favorite season is my favorite intro, who would have guessed? I love how it's all in the sky. We see dragons, then our Jitsu, and Otacon pops in right before the title screen. It does a brilliant job introducing the characters while also showing off some of the things used to traverse the sky, which plays a prominent part in the season. Alright, well that's all I gotta say about Skybound. I can only go on for about 1 more hour. Day of the Departed was an interesting situation. They really threw my 11-year-old brain for a loop the day it was released. It wasn't just, this is the character. It actually had a plot. The ninja were racing to the museum. That day was also the worst day of my 11-year-old life. Learning Day of the Departed was just a 40-minute special was a bummer, but in retrospect, I like it, and this intro is a cool spin on the standard intro. It used We Are Ninjago instead of the Weekend Whip, which was pretty cool. I actually don't really mind it because it's still a song by the Fold. Hands of Time is a highly disliked season, and for good reason. It's slow, flawed, and forgettable. But I gotta say, I really like the intro. It's a still scene of the ninja attacking the Time Twins, but the camera jumps around and stuff to introduce all the ninja. It's honestly really cool and creative. For as much flack as Hands of Time gets, this is a really good intro. Then intros got bad. Of course, Sons of Garmadon was a soft reboot introducing a more serious tone, and the intro reflects that. The Sons of Garmadon intro is cool. It shows some neat shots of the city, then boom, a biker and a Garmadon silhouette in the sky. For a split second, you can make out Cole's eyebrows. What could that mean?
The animators got lazy.
Also, no Weekend Whip here. Listen, the orchestral music is pretty neat and represents Sons of Garbodon's more serious and epic style. But come on, man, I just want to hear a song about spinning. Hunted's intro is great. Like Sons of Garbodon, the orchestral music is just phenomenal. But still, come on, the Weekend Whip. Besides that, I've got nothing. They look really nice, but I feel like they don't do a good job introducing the characters. And of all times to have this kind of intro, right after the movie, Ninjago definitely gained a decent handful of fans after the movie, and when they try to watch the show, I mean, they at least know who the characters are, but still. These are still well-made intros, they do show off a lot of creativity and imagination, but to me, it just doesn't hold a candle to the classic intros. The March of the Oni intro? He's awesome! Like the Sons of Garbodon and Hunted intros, it's not as good as the classic intros, but this one is stellar. Since the Winter 2019 wave was Legacy, the intro shows art that represents every season with a new take on Overture. It's a joy to watch, being reminded of every season. It's incredibly nostalgic, but I do have a genuine point of criticism. For some reason, Day of the Departed isn't represented. It goes from Skybound to Hands of Time. It's just odd. Some may say it's because Day of the Departed is a special and not a season, but A, the pilots aren't a season and they're represented, and B, the Dark Island trilogy, a trilogy of books, is represented. Let's just assume LEGO hates Day of the Departed. Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, also known as... I like this one. Starting with this season, the Foal started to make more Weekend Whips. And with that, we got a half return to the classic Ninjago intros. The Polka is just a new take to previously on Ninjago, now various shots from the prior episode are shown. So it doesn't do its job as an intro, but hey, at least the Weekend Whip is back, and it would stick. Prime Empire is more of the same, now with an arcadey vibe to it to go along with the season theme. Also, the detective episode has a noir intro with a 1940s sounding Weekend Whip. It's incredible. The Master of the Mountain intro is a really awesome mix of the Oni trilogy intros and the Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu intro. The camera travels through Shintaro Mines, but occasionally stops to show a scene from the last episode. A really creative intro. I really dig this one. The island intro is pretty similar, but of course with the island theme and orchestral music. It's alright, but the Weekend Whip is in my blood, and if it doesn't have the Weekend Whip in its intro, it has a special place to reside. And the Seabound intro is similar to the island's intro, but now underwater.
Wow. First no gimmick sets, then no Weekend Whip in the intro? Move over, Hunted, we have a new contender for the worst Ninjago season. I haven't even watched it and yet I know it's the worst season. I mean, that's how you know it's bad.